Yeah, and we are tied 1-1 now in this best of three between this Red Hunter Shaman and Smooth Bomb Cleave. Queuing up the final game and actually randoming onto Nagran once again. Nagran three times in a row. I'm not too bad with that.
Yeah,
It's a pretty good map.
I would be okay with it being three in a row, really.
Yeah, Nagran definitely feeling like the most balanced map in terms of general gameplay.
So you have to kind of wonder at this point, is the PHS really going to change anything up, or are they going to still go for the Soapy, get Cocoon, kind of train Oak for a few, and then go back to Soapy after it ends? Because I really do feel like they have, that 2-minute window. If they can live the second wings, then that just might be the game right there, really.
Yeah, definitely living to the second wings would be the optimal decision there. But as long as Mayer is kind of patient and manages his buff really well, I think they can get the bubble pretty much all the time without using killing spree. And if they get that situation, then they get that almost instant kill on him after his bubble fades like they did. They did a good job locking down Peter. He did trinket the blind early on because he used the bop on the asphyxiate. So maybe they want to save the bop for something later like the blind so you can save his trinket for Link. I think that would be a better use of his cooldowns from Peter at least. But we are going to start here. Again, Mayer and Stealth is his entire team moving on the right side of the map. He's going to try and get in here, get that sap opener. Actually being very patient. They don't want to run into any AoE this time. Their AoE stealth fade, maybe a disconnect or something.
Yeah, I'm seeing Soapy.
They have left the game, so.
Yeah, looks like a disconnect, and return rolls are within the first 45 seconds. We will replay that. So we're going to cut to a quick break, see if we can get him back in, and as soon as we're back in, we'll let you guys know, get it started back up.
You need something?
Do you hear the sound falling on this town? We all know that it's the devil coming down. And when the devil's on your back, all you can do is turn and run. When it rains, it pours, and it's pouring now. And the rain is dragging me down, down. Got nowhere to go, but if I don't go, then I'm done. Then it's come here.
Go ahead.
All right, so we do have the new
All right.
map up.
We are back. Red Hunter Shaman unfortunately going to be played on Tolvaron instead of Nagran due to the add-on. We do queue random arena after the first round on Nagran, so Tolvaron is now the map the teams are going to play on. Might give a better advantage to the Red Hunter Shaman. Obviously, it's a larger pillar. There's more distance to get away. But if Soapy and Mayer keep on to Wu-Tang, I don't see that advantage really carrying through. Of course, Wu-Tang needs to be doing damage at the same time as trying to live, so he's not going to be able to win walk and reposition on the opposite side of a large pillar like Peter would. But the game is going to start here in about 10 seconds, and we're going to have to look for that deadly opener from the Soapy squad on their triple ogre. I like this coordinated team effort on their mounts. Going to be moving in here shortly. And again, I'd imagine the same kind of opener. Instead, Peter actually using Water Shield. It's important to note because they are opening on Wu-Tang consistently. So he's waiting to throw that Earth Shield out. He's going to wait to the last possible second, throwing it onto Wu-Tang. But now Peter is susceptible to an opener. Sapping Peter, opening onto Wu-Tang with the Earth Shield. That means this opener is going to be a lot less painful. He's not have to use that shield wall, which is a big difference from the other games. Now Soapy taking quite a bit of damage. The Wyvern onto Oak. He's going to come out of that, pop his Chi Sphere. Now he's into the Hodge. He might have to use his Life Cocoon, choosing to nimble out of that. I like that decision. Trying to spam out that Soothing Mist. Top Soapy for now. The wings coming out from Wu-Tang. He might need to use the Life Cocoon. He's in the half trap into the D-Art Hex. The Death Pack coming out from Soapy with the Pillar of Frost. He's trying to go aggressive onto Wu-Tang. Peter getting bopped out of that stun immediately. The wall coming out from Wu-Tang. He's in the Smoke Bomb. He's trinketing immediately. He's trying to save that bubble. He really needs it for the red killing spree. At the same time, he's just taking so much damage to the in-cap onto Peter. He's going to have to bubble once again before the red killing spree. So as long as Mayer is managing his buff correctly here, he's going to get the kill on the leg sweep onto Peter. Out of that, the gouge on the Glinks. Triple CC right now. Wu-Tang, the Ore Master, is sending Ascendancy is coming out, going to be able to top Wu-Tang for now, but as soon as Mayer gets that buff, it could be game over. Oak into the full Hodge, the AMS coming out from Soapy, trying to stay offensive onto Wu-Tang. The full kidney comes out. Heal's just being spammed out from Peter. He knows how dire the situation is. The killing spree comes out, but he seems to be okay for now, only dipping to about half HP, but the asphyxiate onto Peter gets bopped out of that. The Spirit Link comes down, not going to waste any time using those cooldowns to answer the killing spree. Great gameplay right now from the Red Hunter Shaman. Soapy now dipping pretty low. Soothing Mist coming out from Oak. He's doing a good job keeping Soapy aggressive so far this game. Wu-Tang with the freedom. Another gouge on the Glinks, just trying to crowd control him as much as he can. The incapacitate. Can he get the leg sweep follow up onto Peter, though? Not going to be able to for now. The Dark Sim onto Wu-Tang. Not sure what he's trying to steal there. The evasion fading for Mayer. The Hodge onto Oak. He might have to use the Life Cocoon here. Soapy dipping to about half HP with that AMS. The Life Cocoon coming out just before the trap. Really well played there by Oak. And now the Cross CC Asphyxiate Kidney onto Wu-Tang and Peter. He's dipping to about half HP, but he has that shield wall available. He's going to have it up here at half HP with the Incapacitate onto Peter. He's got Grounding Totem down for any Magic CC coming out of that, but the leg sweep follow-up, Wu-Tang in a lot of trouble, 90,000 HP, no Spirit Link available, no bubble available. Peter just spamming as many heals as he can right here with Healing Surge just crashing in onto Wu-Tang. He's going to bring him back up to 115 HP, the gouge coming out, the Incapacitate DR, whatever they can throw at him but the kitchen sink, but the NS Unleash heal coming out, topping Wu-Tang immediately, but he's just cut through that. The health dipping so low. Oak and the Hodge with the Avenging Wrath coming out. Soapy could be in trouble. Soapy and Wu-Tang dipping to about half HP. Nice web root onto Mayer. It's really locking him down. He does get dispelled out of that, so he's going to be able to get his buff generation. But Soapy might just go down. He's dipping to about 60,000 HP. Oh, just spamming the heals out desperately. The Death Pact barely coming off CD there for Soapy. And now the wings are fading for Wu-Tang. The pressure is going to start fading, but the Life Cocoon was used nonetheless from Oak, and his mana is starting to hurt. So is Peter. So this game could end here. They're swapping over to Mayer, though, with the Life Cocoon up. I'd imagine they're going to go right back to Soapy. The Hodge onto Oak. Soapy now, he's kind of running out of cooldowns, and the Red Hunter Shaman has stabilized. I believe Bubble probably coming off CD here shortly, but the full blind into Peter. Does he choose to bop it? The kidney coming out. No, he's going to get out of that. Use his own trinket, minimizing the asphyxiate. Wu-Tang in a lot of trouble here. Dipping to about 200,000 HP. Soapy as well, though, 100,000 HP. The incapacitate, the CC on both healers. Cloak of Shadows aggressive from Mayer. He's trying to get those sinister strikes out. He needs that red spree. Wu-Tang dipping to about 100,000 HP. There's the spree. 50,000 HP. The heals coming in, barely keeping Wu-Tang alive. Dipping him back up to about 180,000 HP. And this is a game we've got on our hands here. 160,000 HP. Soapy could be in a bit of trouble here as Nimble Brew was used from Oak, and he's in the full trap, but the Hodge onto Wu-Tang, the light sweep onto Peter. He's just spamming as many healing surges out as he can. The asphyxiate DR onto Peter into the gouge. Wu-Tang taking quite a bit of damage. Soapy gets the Life Cocoon onto himself so he can be offensive onto Wu-Tang. The Dark Simulacron trying to steal something there. He does steal the freedom. That means he's going to stay perfectly mobile onto Wu-Tang here. But Oak, having used that Life Cocoon, could possibly be vulnerable here as Wu-Tang does stabilize. Peter trying to throw the Hexes out. Not going to be able to land it just yet. The full Hodge onto Oaks. The Hex onto Mayer. Nice cross CC. Mayer triggering that immediately into the full kidney. Soapy trying to do as much damage as he can. He's spamming out the Frost Strikes. But there's no CC. Now they asphyxiate onto Peter. Wu-Tang dipping to about half HP, but he does have that shoe ball up. I don't imagine he's going to be in much trouble now. And Soapy's got the Pillar of Frost. The Wyvern Sting onto Oak. The web roots once again out from Glinks. Really good web roots so far this game onto Soapy and Mayer. Really, Wu-Tang dipping to about half HP. And Peter's completely tapped on mana at this point. It's going to be a struggle for him as we move into dampening in about 30 seconds. If it makes it to that point, the smoke bomb comes down. Mayer's doing incredible a lot of damage. The incapacitate. He's just getting Spirit Link barely coming in at the last second. And now Avenging Wrath with the full Hodge onto Oak. It's trying to make it a turnaround onto Soapy, but the Life Cocoon comes out. The offensive cloak vanish from Mayer. He's just cheap shotting the world right now, almost Nelio style with the asphyxiate onto Peter. They're trying to get the damage out onto Wu-Tang with the incapacitate out of that. But Peter's completely out of mana at this point, and Soapy is dipping pretty low at the same time as I say that, 130,000 HP on both sides. The DR'd Wyvern Sting onto Oak. Maybe they can secure the kill on that. The Death Pact coming off CD there. Nice stolen Hex. Unfortunately, DR'd from the incapacitates from Soapy, and Soapy could just go down in this full Hodge onto Oak, and he may just easily do it. Wu-Tang securing the kill while Glinks is in the blind. Excellent play from Wu-Tang here on this Red Hunter Shaman. What a great game.
That was an actually crazy end right there. I mean, Peter literally sitting at 300 mana. I mean, that was the last possible time that they could have done that. And, you know, where they kind of got this is they got all the CDs out of Oak right there, right at the end. Oak actually saving Soapy right there at the end with the Cocoon, like with literally 0.5 seconds left to do it in that Hodge before the trap, and saved him there. And, you know, 20 seconds later, still dying just due to the raw damage of the PHS and just barely having the mana to even live through that. A really close game. That was all I could have hoped for in this matchup. Really fun to watch.
No, yeah,
Wow.
definitely.
Well, talk about healers making a difference in games. Peter there putting out the Spirit Link as Wu-Tang dropped into a 5% health range, dipping up there at the end, and you can really tell what kind of difference an Amazing Healer makes in WoD more than any other X-Pack, I believe. And right there, no exception, Oak and Peter doing a great job. But at the end, what looked like a sure kill on Wu-Tang about 4 times over, turning around and Soapy finally dipping below in that full Hodge onto Oak.
Yeah, that was very close right there at the end. And, looking at the damage right there, really kind of telling in a way. Glink's not really doing that much damage, just using the spam purge, getting off those enveloping mist. And Soapy and Nair really just doing damage, really just showcasing why that smoke bomb cleave is a powerful comp right now, demolishing the red through everything. At one point, he had the wall up and almost got one shot from like 30%, or from not 30%, about 80% almost, with that red buff killing spree. Pillar of Frost are just dunking on him right